What is up, guys? It has been a long while since I've been live on YouTube. I thought I'd check in, see how everybody was doing, see what's up. It's Dr. Pinesett, the Premed productivity expert. And tonight, I'm at the hospital. I'm on call right now. I'm doing OB/GYN anesthesia tonight, doing epidurals, C-sections, and baby deliveries, and all kind of fun stuff. Casey, what up? Kai, hello. And I just want to talk to you guys because I think it's something that people ask me all the time. And so, yes, the truth has returned, Ahmed. You're right. Just wanted to hop on here tonight and talk to you guys because I get asked this question a lot. And I got asked it today actually by, it was cute. It was a little kid. I guess they're not a little kid. I'm old now. So high school people seem young to me. But it was this young high school kid who was there with his older sister who was having a baby. And he wanted to ask me, oh, what was something that you wish you knew when you were my age or you were in college? And I know you guys ask this a lot of me, and so I thought I'd give you my unique perspective on what I wish I knew when I was a young person like yourselves, guys. Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm so glad you guys are on here. This is Saturday night. Man, y'all should be out living life, living the dream. Oh, thank you. I mean, I age like fine wine. That is right. I'm aging like milk. Ah, that stings, I mean. You aging like milk, that's hurtful. Man, remember, like I said back in the day, I am the silver fox. You embrace those gray hairs, those wrinkles. Look at this brow, y'all. This is wisdom coming at y'all. So anyway, what do I wish I knew when I was a pre-med? And I was trying to really think about it because, I mean, there's so much. There's so much I wish I knew when I was when I was a young person. But the real big thing I wish I knew and had an understanding of was the lack of freedom involved in being a doctor. And it comes in a lot of different forms that you don't even really think about as a young person, right? Because your whole life is free, right? Your restrictions as a young person are, oh, I got to go to class, right? That's restrictive. Like, oh, they have scheduled class time. And for my older students, you guys know who've taken time out and had a job. A job is very restrictive. And I think of being a physician is probably the most restrictive job you can have. And I didn't recognize how it was going to take over my life. And I think it's something you guys should all think about. And constantly we talk about, right, having kids and a family and doing medicine. It's all hard to do. And it's because medicine's, the freedom aspect is tough. I mean, one of the reasons I chose anesthesia was because as I got real close to the end in medical school, I realized, like, oh, freedom is at a premium. And anesthesia provides like the most freedom, but it still is not a lot of freedom. And I think we look at doctors, and it was funny. I had this, I had a nurse. She said she's been a nurse for 30 years. She sent me a message. She wants to get a couple of my classes for her daughter because she took my $9 course and loved it, and says, oh, she would benefit so much from the study course. I want to get it, but it's so expensive. It's $400. It's so expensive. How can you go to sleep at night when you charge that much? For a course that's that's outrageous. Nobody can afford that. And she's like, you make doctor money, you make millions of dollars. and, and I think this goes to that misperception of doctors as people who are hanging out on yachts, right? Like, we're making all this money, all this free time, you're just like throwing cash in the air and just, living free, driving the Ferrari. And the truth is, guys, the truth of life is, as a physician, you won't get rich. You won't have the financial freedom. And for some of you guys, I come from a broke family. Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm broke. And so as my family saw it and as I saw it, when I was coming up, me becoming a doctor was financial freedom, right? It was everybody's come up. It was like, it's like, like they do these movies, right? Where the athlete or the actor, right, they get famous, and then everybody in the neighborhood is like, yeah, we famous, we rich, right? But was a lotto, we all rich, right? And that's what people in my family thought. And that's what I thought. Like, oh, mom, when I'm a doctor, you won't have to do these two jobs. I'm gonna got you. You can retire. You can do this. Oh, you know what? Like, that was my mentality, and that was everybody's mentality, I think. And I thought I was going to have financial freedom. But when you become a doctor, you realize it's all shekels because you spend so much money on medical school and loans. And, right, we're honest, right? We're all family on here, guys, right? You guys, right? We're family. Give me a like right now if you're my family, and we can talk about and be real. And I can get personal with you guys here for a second. Give me a like if we can get personal. So thank you guys. So we can get personal. So I went to Stanford Medical School. Stanford Medical School is an amazing medical school. If you ever get the opportunity to go and you don't go, you're an idiot. It's the best school in the country. I'm not biased. I'm just being real. It's like Disneyland for medical students. It's amazing. But at the same time, it's very expensive. To the tune of $100,000 per year is the cost of attendance at Stanford. Now, at Stanford, they have a financial aid program, which is comparatively, it's pretty decent. It's pretty good, right? But out of that $100,000, I still had to pay 60 something thousand dollars a year. Now, if you guys could guess, I just said, right, my mom worked 2 jobs growing up, we're broke. So how much of that $60,000 do you think I was able to chip off in cash? Zero. Which means you guys can extrapolate out what my loans are, $60,000 a year for 4 years. So let's just call it $200,000. Right? My loans are way more than $200,000. Let's call them $200,000. $200,000 with interest, right? The interest alone on medical school loans is about 6%. We'll call it 5% to make it easy. Exactly, with compound interest, Ahmed, you said it right. So $200,000, 5% of that is $10,000, which means that every year I accrue $10,000 in interest that compounds. Now, $10,000 in interest, right? So that means just to pay the interest off, I have to pay about $1,000 a month. Well, the way the the finances and the loan payments are calculated is that you'll eventually be able to pay it off. So the payments are actually more than just the interest. So my current loan payments are close to $2,000 a month. Does that sound crazy to you? Does that sound crazy to you? Right? And my residency salary is $51,000. And my monthly loan payment, if I was trying to pay it off, would be close to $2,000. Does that seem doable? Absolutely not. So then what happens is you start to pay as much as you can, and you're still drowning because you're not covering the interest, and you're squeezing out the nickels that you have left of money, and you're constantly stressed for money. And it's one of the biggest things that residents stress about, and even as an attending, people stress about, because you're an attending, you're making hundreds of $1,000s, you're making $200,000, but at the same time you're spending $50,000 a year, $40,000 a year in loans. And we can argue about the number, whatever it is, but it's a huge proportion of your salary. And so to think that doctors are rich or doctors are going to be rich, and you think you're going to be rich, you're going to be financially free, you won't be. And so I think it's just really important to understand that, let everybody know, we ain't all coming up. I ain't even coming up off of that, right? So when I charge $400 for a course, it takes the one resource is that I have to make money because I have to support my family in expensive California. The second thing is the more important thing that I really didn't recognize, and that's time freedom. How many of you guys value your free time, right? It's like the greatest gift on earth is to have free time, is to have time that you can do what you want with. As a physician, your time is never free, because as a physician, you only get paid when you work. Your time becomes your money. And for students, you may not understand this concept, but hourly workers in a corporation, in a job, in any kind of organization are the lowest of the totem poles, right? When we think of janitors, when we think of, right, we talk about McDonald's workers, it's hourly, right? They're the manual labor. Well, doctors are the manual labor of healthcare. And so even though we think, right, the doctors are the bosses and they're in charge and their own boss, no. The MBAs, the MPHs, they are the bosses over the doctors. And the doctor's time is directly tied to their money. And so what you see happen is doctors who we think have all this free time, they end up having to work right through their vacations and not take vacations certain years and work and take overtime and work their weekends and do all these things, because if they don't work, they don't get money. I can't tell you how many times as a resident I've come to work sick as all get out. I'm sick as all get out today. Before this, I was blowing my nose so I could at least talk to you guys, but you might be able to hear I'm all stuffed up today. But I come to work and you get the job done because your time is wrapped up in it. You don't have a choice. As a resident and even as an attending, you got to make that money for your family. It is what it is. And so if I would have known that being a physician, being in medicine would be so anti-free, would be so restrictive of my time and of my finances, I wouldn't have got into it. And so back to what I was saying about the courses. So the last course I just put together, it took me 2.5 months to film. Just to film. It took me over 10 years to accumulate all the material for it. But if you imagine, guys, I work 80 something hours a week. So when I say I film for 2.5 months, that means that every waking hour that I'm not at work, I'm filming these courses. I'm putting things together. I'm mixing it up. You know what I mean? I'm 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. I'm doing this stuff. And so the amount of time that I have for freedom, this is time away from my family, from my kids, from my wife, from everything to do these courses. And like people were just saying on here, do the comparison point. My MCAT course is $179, guys. Princeton Review, Kaplan is $2,000. It's $1,200. And it's not as good as mine. I'm just being honest and truthful about it. And so anyway, my point is, guys, is as young people, recognize, I know you, and students tell me all the time, like I'll meet with student organizations, they want to have me come out and speak, right? But they're like, oh, but we don't have time to organize anything, so you got to organize it. And I said, guys, I don't have time to organize anything. I said, you guys think that you don't have time now because you haven't seen what's down the pipe. And the one word I would give you guys to bring this all together is, in every sense of the word, and my parents can, like the people who are parents on here, the people who have been in the workforce will be able to testify to this. You are never as free as you are this very moment. Who can testify to that? Give me a like right now, comment right now. If you can testify and you can say, dang, I wish my freshman year I would have known just how free I was to enjoy things. How free I was. Man, they was throwing loan and grant money at me. Just principal scholarship, dean scholarship, balling, right? You were free. And then you grow up and you got work. You got responsibilities, you got kids. You got to put food on the table. And it's no joke, real stress. And everybody who's come up from nothing, right, knows what it is to be like, damn, where's food coming from today? And I kid you guys freaking not, there were days where they're like, all right, where the food coming from today? And my wife and I, and that's we are thankful now because we're more secure than we've ever been, but we still have shards of scraps. You know what I mean? I'll post a picture of the front end of my car, the social media for you guys. The whole front end of my car is all dented in, but I can't get it fixed. I can't afford it. It's expensive. But I guess what I want to say to you guys is, even though you feel that struggle, you feel confined, you feel restricted, you're never more free than you are this very day. And had I known that, I would have done more things with all that free time I thought I didn't have, that I wasted doing stupid stuff that did not matter. I wish I had spent even more of that time making an impact, making a difference, doing things that would change people's lives, doing things that would change my own life, enriching myself, reading more, doing all these things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, being better. Actually, you know what? Okay, we're going to divert for a second because Kyle's absolutely right here. So there's this guy on here named Sean Dean who said, don't listen to the naysayers. Read the book, Mindset by Dweck. That's all you need to get into medical school. And let's talk about it. So Carol Dweck, okay? Carol Dweck wrote the book Mindset. Who's ever read that book, Mindset? All you do is read that book, you'll get into medical school. Well, Sean, you're a freaking idiot. Can we say that, right? We're all good on here, right? If you guys think Sean's an idiot, comment right now. Give me a like on this video if you think Sean's an idiot. Anybody who tells you all you need is this to do something is a fool. And I wasn't even going to talk about, don't get me heated on here. Anybody in this world who tells you all you got to do is this and you'll get this is a fool. Why? Because everyone comes from different backgrounds, has different experiences, has different things in their lives that they have to do. They have different goals, they have different paths they have to take to get somewhere. And so it makes absolutely no sense to tell somebody to go buy a book that talks about, right? And Mindset's a great book, especially since most of us don't have a growth mindset. So it's a first step to opening up your mind. If you've taken my introductory course from the bottom of the Premed pack to Stanford Medical School in 21 days, It's one of the things I talk about. It's opening your mind to understanding that we're not born perfect. We're not born doctors. We grow. We grow, right? But I don't say, hey, my $9 course will get you to Stanford Medical School. I don't. I say this is what opens up your mind to be ready to receive the information you'll get in the rest of my courses that will right, that will teach you actual skills. Thinking positively is not going to make you successful. And anyone who ever, and I get some emails sometimes like, yeah, I'm trying to do like you said, just think positively, and when I think positively, it's going to happen. I never say that, guys. It starts with thinking positively and believing you can do it, because by believing you can do it and you can get there, you'll put in the work to get there. But without work, you ain't getting nowhere. Reading the book Mindset ain't gonna get you to medical school. It's garbage. So let me get back to what we were talking about. Freedom. You guys are never gonna be more free than you are in this moment. So start now making a difference. Making a difference, guys. Start doing things in your community. Start doing things for yourself, right? Go get a workout in. Go read a book. Do whatever you need to do. Enjoy your freedom. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the journey, because this is the freest you will ever be to do what you need to do in your life, right? Go meet people. Go. I mean, some of the, and maybe you guys can testify to this too, but some of the most meaningful times in my life were times where I went and I tried something new. Even I made a complete fool of myself and I tried something new. And you guys are going to laugh at this. So I rode a Razor scooter in college, right? And I thought I was big baller, right? I was like, oh, I got a Razor scooter. It's kind of cool. It's dorky. I'm a dork. It's a nerd. It's okay. But I actually, there was a pogo stick club at my at my college. And I thought these guys were some nerds. I'm like, I got my Razor scooter. This is cool. But the pogo sticks, those guys are losers, right? That's how I thought. I was young, right? I was like, guys are nerds out here with a pogo stick. That's so easy. Anyone can do that. So I got on the pogo stick. Would you guys believe it? Pogo sticking is actually hard. And I ripped up the whole front of my shin messing around on a pogo stick. That was absolutely ludicrous. Ridiculous. But what I learned that day is something you guys often learn in class, which is never underestimate something. Go in assuming the worst, that it's going to be difficult, and give it the respect it deserves. Otherwise, you'll catch a bloody shin, right? How many of you guys go into classes, you're like, oh yeah, this is going to be easy. This is intro to philosophy. It's going to be all right. And you get in there, and they're going to cut your lip and, scrape just the skin off your shin because you didn't take it seriously. So from that pogo incident, it was a new experience, and I learned to take everything for real. Don't underestimate things. But anyway, so get out there and meet new people, do new experiences, and just enjoy your time as a pre-med. Don't make pre-med more of a grind than it has to be. Beyond your grind, do your work, but enjoy it and recognize and embrace the freedom you have right now, because later on, you ain't going to have that same freedom. You won't have that freedom down the road. You will not have that freedom down the road. So that's my one thing I wish I knew when I was a young pre-med, is that you will not have the freedom that you think you're going to have as a physician, and you will never be freer than you are in this moment right now. So enjoy it, live it up, embrace it, enjoy your Saturday nights. Don't be on here listening to me. Go be out meeting people, right? What is it? It's Thanksgiving weekend, so everybody's back. Actually, I feel really bad. So I actually was supposed to have 2 coaching sessions today, and I was supposed to work yesterday. I got called yesterday. They told me, okay, you're going to work Saturday now. So now I'm working today, a 24-hour shift here at the hospital. I'm supposed to have 2 coaching sessions today. And in the middle, and I was like, oh, you know what? Might not have to come to my coaching session. Maybe in between cases, I can get in there and do a coaching session. I'm 20 minutes into a coaching session today, and I get a page, emergency C-section. This lady's bleeding out. And I'm like, oh, gosh. I had to cancel the coaching session and run over there and do that. But, again, I don't even know why I brought that up, but just loss of freedom today. Oh, that's what I was talking about. So tonight was supposed to be my wife's reunion from high school. I won't tell you what number it is to age her, but she's having a high school reunion tonight. She was so excited to go, and we were going to drive up there and go to the high school reunion. And then I got my shift changed, and I requested today off. But despite requesting it off, I got shifted from Friday to Saturday. I got shifted from Friday to Saturday, so now I'm here at the hospital and we cannot go to the reunion. So sad. So freedom, right? Loss of freedom. Yeah. So I feel sad about that. But that's doctor life, guys, is loss of freedom. And Sean lost his freedom in this discussion group. All right. So I'll see you guys later. Lots of new content coming on YouTube and on Facebook. Now that I'm done with that course, I'm freed up. I'm not spending every moment of that of my life filming that course. So now I'm back on here, YouTube, Facebook. I'll be around hitting you guys with live streams multiple times a week. If you guys don't know, on Sunday nights, which is tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're doing on my Facebook page, Facebook Live. Make sure you like, subscribe, and also click for notifications. But on on Sundays at 4 p.m., you guys set the topic. So whatever you guys ask about, we're going to set the theme for that day, and then questions will be asked as related to that theme. So we have a continuous lecture. And then on Wednesdays, it'll be a lecture of my choice. This Wednesday, we're doing critical thinking, critical analysis, and how to be a better critical thinker in your life. So Sundays and Wednesdays, and then I'll be on YouTube randomly. Just kind of bring it to you guys every so often. All right, so thank you guys very much. And if you guys didn't know, it's Thanksgiving weekend. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm running a Black Friday special on my website right now, 20% off all courses with the code BlackFriday20, all one word. That's good until tomorrow at midnight, 20% off all those courses. And I've got 4 new ones up that are up this week, so check out those new courses. Yeah, and then Sahil asked a good question. Is it possible if the Facebook Live videos can be posted to YouTube? It's something I'm thinking about. But get over to my Facebook page. But I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. But that's Sahil. That's a great suggestion. And also, you guys will notice that I'm going to be redoing my YouTube channel. So we're going to be organizing this channel a little bit better, so you guys can find the stuff that you guys want to get access to better. And then Van Hoot said, "Will you do a podcast?" I've been thinking about doing a podcast. What's funny, so you guys want to know why I'm not doing a podcast? I'll tell you guys right now why I'm not doing a podcast. Because there's so many cheap imitators out there that I want you guys to be able to see my face to know that I'm really bringing it. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but about 10 months ago, I was kind of telling the story kind of off, but there was actually a podcast that took one of my YouTube videos, chopped it up, and then dubbed it in like I was giving an interview on their podcast, and we're trying to copy my stuff. And this is the same reason people ask, why don't I put everything on my YouTube channel? Because what will happen is I'll put stuff on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook page, right? And everything that's on my YouTube channel, my Facebook page, it's good stuff, but none of it makes it into my courses. So like it's just all, my courses are entirely different information that's on my YouTube and my Facebook page. But this is going to be funny to you guys. A week ago, I get a message, and I appreciate my mentees, my students, my people who are with me who know, you guys know my voice. It's not like anybody else's. And so one of my students sent me an email and was like, "Hey, you need to check this website out." And I'm like, "Wow, what's going on?" Like, "Oh, my friend got coaching from this guy." And I was like, and that friend was like, "Oh, that sounds just like what Dr. Pinesett says." So I go to this website, and I kid you guys not. So if you've ever been to my website, the exact wording from my website and how I talk about myself is on this guy's page. He's describing himself like he's me. Additionally, this guy does courses, and all of his course sections are exactly my course sections. On his website, you can't figure out exactly who he is. But this is the beauty of the internet. You can figure out who anybody is. So I have software that tells me who people are. So I can run a tracking on the website and figure out who he is. Figure out who the guy is. Turns out he's enrolled in my courses. So this guy's in 4 of my courses, and what he's doing is taking what he learns in my courses and setting up his own website and selling it as his own stuff, pretending like he's an expert. And so he did not cite me. No, he was passing it off as his own knowledge, reselling my courses essentially. And so the reason I don't do a podcast is because it's too easy to take my voice and make that and chop it up and pretend like it's me. At least here, there's some voices, there's an obstacle. You guys see the face. If it ain't this face and you hear this voice, it ain't them. So you know what's up. So now I have the fun pleasure of getting my lawyers involved and getting going after this guy. But it just shows you how people are so scammy out there. There's so many people out there who want to pretend like they know what's up, and they don't know, and they just want your cash. It's like, just know stuff, or at least be honest, say you don't know and you just want the cash. So anyway, the one thing I wish I knew the loss of freedom. And remember, you're never more free than you are in this moment. Take advantage of it. Go and get it, guys. You guys have a wonderful Saturday night. I will see you guys tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on my Facebook page. If you are not liking and subscribed to my Facebook page, what are you doing? Don't be like Sean. Get it together. Be on the ball. Get over my Facebook page and get on there and ask some questions and have some fun with us Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You guys have a great day. As always, like this video, share this video. Feel free to comment afterward and get at me and let me know what's up. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this little kind of impromptu. I'm getting a page right now. Let's see what the page says. We want to see what the page says? Patient, insert name. Complaining of 6 out of 10. Pain. Oh. I gotta go do an epidural, guys. It's epidural time. I'm gonna epiduralize somebody's body. By the way, my ladies out there, or actually my guys out there too, if you're out there and you're gonna have a baby, get an epidural. It just makes sense. We'll talk about it later. Ahmed said, word of the day is Sean. Guys, don't be mean to Sean. He was trying to spread some, I get it, maybe he's trying to spread some wisdom. I didn't see everything he said, but he's talking about mindset, fine. But don't ever let someone tell you all you need is one thing. I don't even tell you that. My courses are the bomb. I don't say, listen, all you need is this course and you'll be like amazing. No, you take the course, then you get to work, then you go. Take the course, get the information, work on the skills, work, right? Progress, and then get at it. Gotta work. So everyone have a wonderful night. I gotta go epiduralize somebody. Later.